Hello my dear students, this is P. Venkateshwarlu, PGT Physics, the Nandal Public School. So yesterday we completed up to projectile motion. In projectile motion, time of flight, range, the equation of parabola completed. Okay, so and homework also completed according to Zoom meeting. Very good. Some of the student they did well. Okay, so coming to today topic, circular motion. Circular motion, terms related to circular motion. Circular motion, terms related to circular motion. Okay, so a particle which is in circular motion is said to be, so if a particle moves along the circumference of circle is called circular motion. So during this situation, the speed of the particle is constant. The speed of the particle is constant. We can say that motion is uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion. If the speed of the particle is constant, we can say uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion, my dear children. Okay, so coming to some definitions and terms based on the uniform circular motion. Okay, so here in straight line motion, so we can have some terms. In circular motion, we can have some terms. This is radius. Okay, see here in straight line motion. Straight line motion, circular motion, circular motion. Here displacement. Okay, it is visible or not? Yes, displacement it is. Displacement it is denoted S or X. Here angular displacement theta. Here speed or velocity it is denoted V. V is equal to dx by dt. Okay, here angular velocity omega is equal to d theta by dt. Okay, acceleration A is equal to dv by dt. Here alpha is equal to d omega by dt. Okay, understand, here we can get the angle subtended by the center of the circle is called angle. Okay, so this we can say arc. Okay, understand, theta is equal to arc by radius. Arc by radius measure. Based on this we have to find it. Okay, understand, so relation between circular and linear motion, theta is equal to S by R, and S is equal to R into theta, or theta into R. Okay, so here V is equal to R omega. Okay, A is equal to R alpha. These are the relations between angular and circular variables, and linear variables. Okay, understand. So then coming to acceleration, centripetal acceleration. Okay, the acceleration which acts towards the center. So the acceleration is equal to centripetal acceleration v square by r. AC is equal to v square by r minus n. That is centripetal force. Okay, so coming to force, centripetal force. Centripetal force, the force which acts towards the center of the circle, MAC. FC is equal to M v square by r. This is centripetal force. Okay, so consider thread and stone. So ring around us. In this situation, centripetal force will acting towards the center. So even though an electron revolve around the nuclei, so that electron experiences some centripetal force which is equal to electrostatic attraction between nuclei and electrons. Okay, even though in microscopic phenomena also they will execute or they are experienced centripetal force. Okay, understand my children? So until here the complete chapter completed, means which chapter? Motion in a plane completed. Okay, coming to laws of motion, my children. Laws of motion. Coming to laws of motion. Coming to laws of motion. Okay, see here in laws of motion, first we have to discuss about force. Force is a physical quantity which can tend set into motion, so which can change the shape of the body, so which can do accelerate any body. Okay, understand? So this is about force. Okay, so SI unit of force is Newton. Okay, SI unit of force is Newton. So then coming to inertia. The inability of a body, it will not change its position. It will not change its position, direction. Okay, this phenomenon we can say inertia. Okay, so inertia is the inability of a body. It will not change its motion, its rest, its direction. So we can say this is inertia. How we can measure inertia? Yes, mass is the measure of inertia. Mass is the measure of inertia. So inertia, three types we know that: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Okay, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. I think you know very well in 9th class. Okay, in inertia of rest means while starting bus. Okay, whenever you are sitting inside the bus or vehicle suddenly moves towards forward direction. Suddenly you can get back. Understand? This one we can say that is inertia of rest. So inertia of rest also we can have some examples. Okay, so in whenever the molecules, the dust molecules from your curtain and from your cloths by beating with a stick. Okay, during that time the dust particles are removed from the cloth. Okay, that we can say inertia of rest. Okay, understand? So and what we can say? So by removing of water molecules from our hair, okay, like this. Okay, during this process the water molecules coming outward. Okay, so this is the example of inertia of rest. Okay, understand, my children? Coming to inertia of motion. Okay, so inertia of motion means while a passenger going to particular place inside the bus or car. Okay, see, suddenly he applied brake means what happened? The person moves forward direction. So this phenomena which is example for inertia of motion. See, inertia of direction, my children, inertia of direction means whenever we can take bus and passenger phenomena. So bus moving turning right means person moves left. Okay, understand my children? Yes. So coming to Newton first law. Newton first law. Okay, so every body in the state of rest and in the state of motion. See, every body continues with the state of rest, state of motion, until an external force acting on the body. Okay, unless an external force acting on the body. Understand, my children? See here. So what I said, this is green board. Okay, green board. So which is under state of rest. So unless an external force acting on the board. Okay, understand, my children? Yes. Okay. So this we can say state of rest or state of motion. Or if your body moves with a constant acceleration or constant velocity, the body continues with motion. Okay, until unless an external force acting on the body. Okay, so while moving in car or bus or in cycle, okay, when the body reaches uniform motion, so at that time the body moves with constant velocity or constant acceleration. So until unless you applying force on the brakes, okay, at that time the direction of the body will changes. Understand? So this is about Newton's first law. Newton's first law which gives inertia. Okay, next momentum. Momentum, my children. So what is momentum? Momentum. Momentum. So the product of mass and velocity is called momentum. The product of mass and velocity is called momentum. See here, the direction of the momentum in the direction of the velocity of the object. Understand? Understand, my children? Yes, momentum P bar is equal to mv. Understand, my children? Yes. Okay, if the mass of the body increases, the momentum also increases. If the velocity of the body increases, the momentum also increases, my children. Okay, understand? Yes. So coming to this Newton second law of motion. Newton second law of motion. Newton second law. Okay. See here, already I said momentum P is equal to mv. P is equal to mv. Okay, here according to Newton's second law, the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to applied force. Okay, so here d by dt which gives the rate of change of momentum or P. Understand? Understand, my children? P bar is momentum, the rate of change of momentum. The rate of change of momentum. The word rate of change means momentum will changes with respect to time. Okay, the rate of change of momentum means the momentum of the body will changes with respect to time. Okay, which is very important one. Okay, so the word the rate of change means anything, any quantity will change with respect to time. With respect to time, my dear children. Yes, the rate of change of momentum which is directly proportional to applied force. Okay, applied force, my dear children. So here we can say by removing this proportionality, dp by dt is equal to so by rearranging this we can keep constant k. dp by dt. Rearrange this k into what is p? d by dt of mv. Mass is constant here. K into m into dv by dt. So what is dv by dt? Yes, acceleration. So finally we can get k into m into a. Okay, understand? So F is equal to kma. F is equal to ma. Say here where k is force constant, that value is 1. Okay, understand, my children? Derivation. This is derivation. What is statement? Statement first you can write. So the rate of change of momentum which is directly proportional to applied force. Okay. What is momentum? The product of mass and its velocity is called momentum, my dear children. Yes. So the rate of change of momentum means this we can take d by dt of p bar is equal to f, or F is equal to K dP by dt, where K is constant. That constant we can say force constant. Okay, K into d by dt of mv, P is equal to mv, that's why. So here K is force constant, K into m into dv by dt, where dv by dt acceleration, dv by dt is equal to acceleration, that is equal to K into m into a. Here force constant K, which value is 1, K is equal to 1. Okay, we can get F is equal to ma. So force is equal to mass into acceleration of the body, my children. Okay, so and which gives very important one. That is the sum of the all forces acting along x-axis is equal to mass into acceleration of the body. The sum of the all forces acting along the y direction, mass into acceleration along y direction. Okay, understand, which is very important. Which is very important one. Next, impulse medicine. Next, impulse, it is a vector quantity, my children. Large force is applying to small interval of time. Okay, so impulse, okay, force into delta t, where force, this is time. Okay, the product of force and small interval of time is equal to impulse. Understand my children? Yes, large force is applying to small interval of time. It is called impulse. It is a which quantity? Yes, vector quantity. So here we can find the impulse area of ft graph. Area of ft graph. Understand? Force and time. Okay, the area under the ft graph which will give impulse. Means impulse I is equal to force into time. My children. Understand my children? Yes. So next, so that impulse is equal to change in momentum. That impulse is equal to change in momentum. F is equal to F into T. Understand? So we know that F is equal to ma into T. What is the acceleration? So acceleration is equal to v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Understand? Yes. M into v square minus u square by okay, I think I'm not covering this border. Okay, so impulse I is equal to force into time actually. Okay, so we know that I is equal to what is F? T by T. Okay, T by T or delta P by delta T into delta T. Delta T gets cancelled. Delta P is equal to M into delta V. Delta V into V minus U. MV minus MU. Okay, understand? Impulse is equal to change in momentum. My children. Okay, understand? So impulse having a lot of applications. See, while catching a ball, so we lower our hands because we can reduce the impulsive force. Okay, understand? So while breaking a bricks, So we can apply force very small time, like that. Large force is applying to small interval of time. We can understand breaking things, like that we are applying large force. We need to apply large force. These are the applications of impulse, my children.